why he had to fire additional tests.
Lana uSifondwane uchaza nje ukuthi yini indaba athathe isinqumo sokuthi adukule amanye ama-test.
Okay, let me assist you, Lieutenant. Paragraph 6 says, I examined the fired bullets mentioned in 3.1 and 4.2 and compared the individual and class characteristics markings transferred to them, that's the examination, by the firearm components during the firing process using a comparison microscope and found. That's a finding.
I still maintain that this is just the explanation from what I see.
Okay.
It is just the explanation why he had to test, to produce additional tests.
Okay.
The finding of everything that he has done is in paragraph 9. That is the finding.
Njengokubuzwa ukuthi yena uthi ngathola lokhu emva ukuthi ngihlole ngaphansi kwe-Microsoft mase chaza ukuthi mina lana kunika nje incazelo ukuthi yini indaba kwangapho uqala ukuthi ngiyothola ezinye inhlamvu engingahlola ngazo ngoba umbiko wona umbiko ophelele umbiko olapha ngaphansi kwa-paragraph 9.
The ballistic report cannot have two findings with respect to the same thing.
I-ballistic report ayikwazi ukuba nomphumela emibili.
Okay, so it's wrong what is written there to say and found.
Ushuthi masethi khona engakuthola ukuthi kuyiphutha lo.
I can't I'm not going to I read the whole when I interpret this I do not only look at one word. I read the whole statement under paragraph 6.1.
Mangibheka u6.1 angicaphuni kuphela igama elilodwa kodwa ngifunda yonke iparagraph ukuthi ngitholisise kahle ukuthi ubekhuluma ngani.
So essentially my interpretation of this paragraph is not only based on a single word.
Futhi ke ukuzwisisa kahle ukuthi kubhalweni la kule paragraph angincikanga kuphela egameni elilodwa.
Okay, then can we now, that's the background I wanted to give it to you. Can we now go back to my question? Maybe you can be able to follow it, to answer it now.
Mhlambe ungaphindela uyophendula umbuzo wami ke manje.
My question was, is it the procedure at the forensic laboratory that after the exhibit had been examined, and then the same analyst will go out and book out the exhibit at the station, bring it back to the laboratory and do the examination? Is that the procedure?
Yona yini inqubo ukuthi uma sekukale kwahlolwa lo mhloli la ngaphindela aphumele ngaphandle ayolanda futhi ke le exhibit kuyazoyihlola futhi. Yona inqubo yini?
I have already explained that there will always be circumstances which come into existence.
Ngoba sengichazile ukuthi sikhona izimo esihlangabezana nazo.
That will prompt one to make a particular decision.
Lezo ke izimo zizophoqa ukuthi umuntu afinyelele kwezinqumeni ezithize.
As we don't live in a perfect world.
Njengoba singahlali ke emhlabeni ongenasici.
The regulation is just there to provide guidelines.
Futhi la regulation ayakhona nje ukuthi asisize ukuthi kusetshenzwe ngendlela ethize.
But it will never be able to cover all future or potential circumstances that may come into existence.
Futhi la regulation awukwazi ukuthinta zonke izimo ezingakwazi ukuthi sihlangabezane nazo.
Thank you. Just one more question too. I need just few clarity on the IBIS system that you had just testified about.
Safuna ke incazelo kumelana naleyo mshini okuthiwa IBIS lo ofakaze ngawo.
Does the IBIS accept 9mm bullets without cartridges?
Manje ke lo mshini lo IBIS uyakwazi yini ukwamukela izinhlamvu ze-9mm igobolondo lingekho?
It accepts 9mm bullets, exhibit bullets.
No, iyakwazi ukuletha ukwamukela izinhlamvu zohlobo lwe-9mm azama exhibit.
Even if it's without cartridges?
Nanoma ke amagobolondo engekho.
The bullet I'm referring to the front portion, the front component.
Ngikhuluma ngale kokuphambili kwenhlamvu. Ikhona ngithi hlamvu.
So there's a bullet and there's a cartridge.
Usho ukuthi kukhona lehlamvu bese kuba naleli gobolondo.
That is correct. During the firing process, there will be separation of components.
Yebo, ngoba ke uma sekuqhuma kudutshula kuzoba nokwehlukana kwalezi zinto ezimbili.
Where the bullet will go to the target.
Inhlamvu kizwela iqonde khona.
And the cartridge case will either stay inside the firearm or be ejected on the scene.
Igobolondo lizohlala la esibamini noma hlanzelwe ngaphandle kwesibhamu.
Okay, to be specific, Lieutenant, I'm asking about this case because it is the 9mm bullet that was recovered from the scene. So that's why I'm asking if the IBIS does accept the 9mm bullet
ukuthi ngikhuluma
without
ngoba lana
the
ke
cartridge.
kwatholakala inhlamvu ye-9mm endaweni yesigameko ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi i-IBIS iyayimukela yini le-9mm ingekho igobolondo.
Yes, it accepts.
Thank you.
It accepts 9mm bullets from the sea.
Yebo iyakwazi ukwamukela inhlamvu ewu-9mm ephuma endaweni yesigameko.
Lieutenant Colonel, how long does it take for one person to exchange the barrel from a gun?
Kuthatha isikhathi esingakanani-ke ukuthi umuntu akwazi ukuthi ashintshe asuse umbhobho osesibhamini
Maybe-
afake omunye umbhobho.
To be specific, in the gun that we're talking about here, the exhibit that we're talking about here in this case.
Ngikhuluma ngalesi sibhamu lesi esikhuluma ngaso uhlobo lwalesi sibhamu esikhona la kuleli ncane.
That is an unfair question to me because the process will depend on the competency of that person,
Person.
the level of skill.
Hayi lokho kuthele lo muntu lona unobukhono obungakanani mayelana nesibhamu.
A highly skilled operator will be able to change it quickly, to do it quickly within a short space of time.
Okay.
Ochwepheshe uzokwazi ukuthi ashintshe ngesikhathi esifushane.
But the other one, without the same level of proficiency, may take longer.
Lona ke ongenabo ke lobuchwepheshe loba ayizothatha isikhathi eside.
If it's an analyst from the ballistic person who is trained in the use and exchange of firearm, it will be quick for that person to exchange the barrel. Is it so?
Umhlaziyi-ke lo lapha elaboratory umuntu ofundisiwe waqeqeshwa ngezibhamu nokwehlukanisa izibhamu kusho ukuthi uzothatha isikhathi esincanyana.
Yeah, if it is a trained person will be able to change it quickly.
Quickly.
Yebo umuntu oqeqeshiwe angashintsha ngokushesha.
Thank you, Colonel. And then I'm just asking clarity on issues that I did not understand. You also mentioned that the IBIS will work with the exhibits which are on the system registered on the same case. Did I get it correct?
IBIS izokwazi ukusebenzisa ngama-exhibit ngaphakathi kwe-system arejistwe ngalo lelo data.
Did I catch you correctly?
Ngikuzwe kahle yini lapho?
IBIS compares and correlates all the exhibits which are in the database.
Manje i-IBIS yona isenza umsebenzi wokuthi iqhathanise wonke zonke inhlamvu noma wonke amagolonda akhona la ngaphakathi kwe-database yomshini.
So it
Thank you,
correlates
sir.
them against each other.
Kusho ukuthi ayaqhathanisa wonke.
So it means even in this case, because the bullet was received under a separate case number and the firearm was received under a separate case number, but when they are all put on the IBIS would have been able to pick them up.
Njengoba ke isibhamu safakwa ngenye i-case number, inhlamvu yafakwa ngenye i-case number, i-IBIS izokwazi ukuthi ibone ukuthi kukhona ukuhambelana kwalezi zinto ezimbili nanoma singeneke noma i-case number ahlukene.
Provided that those samples have been acquired into IBIS system.
Usho ukuthi ke la masampuli lawo mafakiwe ngaphakathi komshini we-IBIS izokwazi ukuwaqhathanisa.
But you mentioned that, you testify that it is the procedure that once an analyst is done with the examination, he will then subsequently put the exhibits on the IBIS.
Uthe umhloli mase eqedile ukuhlola uzosifaka lezi zinto abesihlola ku-IBIS.
Yes, I was just outlining the procedure,
Procedure,
not necessarily what happened in this matter.
Bengikhuluma nje ngenqubo bengingachazi ukuthi ngilethe isiqiniseko sokuthi kwenzeka kanjani kuleli cala.
I'm also asking procedurally.
Hayi bengikhuluma nje ukuthi inqubo ihamba kanjani.
So in this case, these exhibits sat at the ballistic for 5 years because the reports on both exhibits were conducted in 2015.
Usho ukuthi ke lamanzibiti ahlala emshinini isikhathi esihlanu ngoba kuthiwa atholana ngo-2015.
And the IBIS could not pick them up.
i-IBIS engakwazi ukuwabona.
I hear you.
Until Mangena conducted the examination in 2020.
Kwaze kwafika isikhathi lapho kuMangena ezohlola ngo-2020.
I hear that.
Ngiyakuzwa.
Is it normal?
Indlela ekwenziwa ngayo.
I have already explained that for automated firearms, only the test cartridge cases from those firearms
Njengoba sengikhulumile-ke ukuthi ke uma sikhuluma ngebhamu ezohlobo le-automatic ezishintsha ama-cartridge phela afakwa emshinini.
are acquired into the system.
Iwona angeniswa emshinini.
Actually, I made a mistake. I want to say all cartridge cases of firearms are acquired into the system.
Cha, khona iphutha engifuna ukulungisa la. Wonke amagobolondo ebhamu atholakele ayafakwa emshinini.
With respect to bullets,
Masikhuluma ke ngezinhlamvu.
only bullets from revolvers, I'm referring to test bullets from revolvers and rifles are acquired into the IB system.
manje ke masikhuluma ngeinhlamvu kusho ukuthi zonke izinhlamvu ezivela ezibhamini ezamavolovolo ngikhuluma ke ngeinhlamvu ezisetshenziswa ukuhlola ama test bullet nesiphuma ke ezibhamini ezinkulu ama rifle izona ezifakwa ke emshinini.
All bullets from the crime scenes are acquired into the system.
Zonke ke inhlamvu ezithola ezindaweni ezigameko sobugebengu ziyafakwa emshinini.
Okay, thank you very much, Lieutenant. And then let's move on, Lieutenant, to the theories that you have testified about. Two theories. You testified about the pattern matching theory and the CMS theory. And then you said, you correct me if I'm quoting you wrong, you said ballistic uses all traditional pattern matching that is also embedded. Our procedures also acknowledges the existence of the CMS since the two systems are not mutually exclusive.
Can you please say that in two parts so I can get it all correctly?
Okay. Let me just read this for you, Mr. Ngobo. My question is, you said, since the two systems are not mutually exclusive.
Manje ke lezindlela zokusebenza ke aziphikisani.
Now, what did you mean by that?
Because ukuthini
They're
ngalo
mutually exclusive.
ukuthi ke azichithani.
It simply means that they can coexist.
They can coexist.
They do not oppose each other.
Kusho ukuthi ke zingasebenza zihlale ndawonye zingasetshenziswa zombili.
So in other words, Lieutenant, are you saying it means the tool marker examiner can use either pattern matching or CMS?
Kusho ke ukuthi le umhloli lo angasebenzisa i-pattern matching noma asebenzisa i-CMS.
Actually, the examination process is only one examination process.
Into ke yenziwayo ekuhloleni ukusethi umsebenzi owodwa nje.
This question comes on the interpretation.
Manje ke lokhu ke okhuluma ngakho ke kuvela ke uma sesibheka ke uma incazelo.
That is the counting of marks in CMS.
Ila esesibala ke khona ukuthi ke ku nama marks amangaki ngapha ngaku CMS izimpawu
Or the consideration of marks in terms of pattern matching.
noma ke sibheke lezi impawu mayelana nokuthi ke kuhlole ukuthi kunama pattern amangaki akwazi ukuthi afananiseke.
But the examination process is the same.
Kodwa ke indlela ke yokuhlaziya yinye.
Okay. In whatever that you have explained right now, my question is, you said they coexist. So it means the examiner can use them both, can use either of the two theories.
Manje ukuthi ziyakwazi ukusebenzisana lezi ndlela zembili uchaza ukuthi ke lo hlolayo angaqoka ukusebenzisa eyodwa yazo.
In the identification, not in the examination, in the identification of striations.
Manje ke lana uzobe futhi ke ezama ukuhlonza ke lezi lemigqa. Ngikhuluma ngaleso sikhathi.
Yes, although they are not mutually exclusive, but our standard operating procedure prescribes that we use the pattern matching system. It, however,
zingachithani lezi ndlela ezimbili kodwa ke inqubo yethu ithi asisebenzise i-pattern matching system.
it however recognize and acknowledges the existence of CMS.
Kodwa ke inqubo yethu iyavuma ukuthi ikhona nalenye indlela ekuthiwa i-CMS.
As I've already explained, that to be specific in South Africa, we use pattern matching approach.
Kodwa ke njengoba sengishilo ke la eMzansi indlela esisebenzisa ngayo sijwayele ukusebenzisa lo ekuthiwa i-pattern matching.
And then you further said, CMS is not in direct way with pattern matching. Maybe you'll correct me if I did not catch it properly. What you said that CMS is not in direct way with pattern matching.
Indirect what?
Indirect with pattern matching. Pattern matching.
Uthe i-CMS ayingqubuzani ne-pattern matching.
CMS does not oppose pattern matching.
Cha i-CMS ayiphikisani ne-pattern matching.
The only thing is that CMS establishes the minimum threshold in terms of consecutive matching stria that must be found.
Uthi i-CMS ke ibala ukuthi mingaki imigqa etholakalayo kufanele kuqale kuyona ukuthi kubani.
Pattern matching does not establish that minimum requirement.
Hayi i-pattern matching ayinayo leyo minimum yemigqa efanele ibe khona.
If one applies the CMS in the identification of striations, will that person be wrong?
Manje umuntu esebenzisa i-CMS ukuthi abheke ukuthi imigqa iyatholakala yini uzobe enze iphutha.
If the guideline says the default mode in South Africa is pattern matching system, pattern matching method.
Manje ke ama guidelines kusho ukuthi indlela enqinyiwe yokusebenza ithi kusetshenziswa i-pattern matching method.
Lieutenant, you have just showed us the bullet that was presented to this court. Is it the procedure that the bullet will be hanged in that handkerchief, or the bullet should be kept in a seal bag, forensic seal bag, with the serial number and everything, case number and everything?
Kuvunyelwe ukuthi inhlamvu kunikezwe wena lokhu usikhombisa yona izona noma ifanele ifakwe esikhwameni esibhalisisekayo.
The bullet must be sealed, that is correct.
Kunjalo inhlamvu lena ifanele ifakwe esikhwameni esibhalisisekayo.
So it means even this one, after examination, it will have been sealed.
Kusho ukuthi nalena ke inhlamvu emva ukuthi ihlole ibifanele ifakwe esikhwameni esibhalisisekayo.
Subsequent to examination process, evidence is sealed.
Emva ukuthi ke ihlolwe i-evidence yonke noma izinkomba ezilethiwe la enkantolo zifanele zifakwe esikhwameni esiyi-sealed bag kusho ukuthi esibhalisisekayo.
And it will be kept at the ballistic in a seal bag.
Futhi izogcinwa ke kwa-ballistic esikhwameni esibhalisisekile.
That is correct.
Yebo kunjalo.
Until such time when it may be booked to court or booked to any other respective areas.
Kusho ukuthi ke iyogcinwa kanjalo kuze kufike isikhathi lapho izokhishwa kuthiwa iya mhlambe enkantolo noma kwenye indawo.
That is correct.
Yebo kunjalo.
Where did you get this one that was covered on the handkerchief? Who gave you that handkerchief?
Manje lo uyibeke phezu kweduku uyithola.
The court will recall, my colleague will recall that this bullet was handed in as an exhibit. Colonel Mangena brought it here in the forensics exhibit bag, opened it in front of everyone, and that's why it was in that state in which it was shown to the defense.
My lord, I think the witness has to answer this question because the exhibit is supposed to be kept in an exhibit bag.
The point is, this exhibit was first brought by Mangani,
Yes, my lord.
and it was denuded of every coverage. And all of us saw the gun, we saw the snatched bullet, and we saw this very bullet. It's not the first time. It happened. You were there.
No, I was not there, my lord.
You were there, please.
My lord, can I proceed with my question? If
So
it's
it's not the
not,
first time that this is done in court.
I'm asking the procedure of the handling of the exhibit. Is it the procedure for the exhibit to be handled in a handkerchief, or they should be handled in an exhibit? Regardless, even if it had been shown in this court, it should have been shown in a status of being put in a sealed exhibit bag.
Manje ke ngifuna ukuzwisisa ngenqubo ukuthi ke inhlamvu lena ibifanele sithi masikhonjiswa la enkantolo sikhonjiswe iphezulu kweduku noma ibifanele idluliswe ingaphakathi kwe-exhibition bag, exhibit bag evalisisiwe.
So my question was, where did you get this one from, which is not contained in the forensic exhibit bag, but in a handkerchief?
Manje ngifuna
That's
ukwazi
my
ukuthi
question.
le ngekho ke esikhwameni se-forensic exhibit bag yena uyithola.
I was informed that the seal was broken for court proceedings. I do not have the details because I was not here.
Ngitshele ukuthi lesi sikhwama esivalisisekayo sasivuliwe sivulelwe inkantolo.
So it is one of those exceptional circumstances that are out of ordinary, that I've already elaborated on.
Ayinye kalezi indlela eziphumile kule nqubo esijwayele ukuthi siyilandele ebengisengichaze kabanzana ngayo.
This time around, this exhibit is in court for the purpose of these proceedings.
Le ntamvu lena phela ilana enkantolo ukuze kukwazi ukuqhubeka ukuqulwa kwecala.
But it should not be hanged in a handkerchief, am I correct?
Kodwa kayifanele
It's supposed to be kept in a plastic bag, forensic bag.
Ifanele ilethwe nge-forensic bag.
I'm not going to comment further on that question.
Angeke ngiqhubeke ngiphawule ngalo mbuzo.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's move on now to say, in this case, the examination on 2 tests had been done by Lieutenant Kenneth Mangena.
Asithike bese ukuhlolwa kwa lezinto bese kwenziwe uLieutenant Colonel Mangena.
And it was left to you, it was sent to you for verification purpose.
Eseqedileke ukuhlola wayedlulisela kuwena ukuthi uyobukeza umsebenzi wakhe.
That is correct.
Yebo kunjalo.
Is it not the procedure that the examination has to be done only on 2 exhibits?
Akuyona inqubo ukuthi kufanele kuhlole kuphela ama-exhibit amabili.
Sorry, let me rephrase. Sorry, my lord. In this case, Lieutenant Kenneth Mangena fired about 8 test bullets.
Lieutenant Colonel Mangena lana uthi bule ama-test bullet ayisishiyagalombili.
Is this the procedure that for the examination purposes, it will need 8 bullets will have to be fired instead of 2?
Manje lana inqubo yokuthi kufanele iyona yini inqubo ukuthi kufanele kudutshulwe inhlamvu ezu-8 kungezona izimbili kuphela.
We don't have the maximum limit in terms of the number of tests that one can fire.
Asikho isilinganiselo esingaphezulu sokuthi kunqunywa ukuthi udubele inhlamvu ezingakanani.
Okay.
For the reasons that I explained yesterday in court.
Njengoba izathu bese ngisibekile enkantolo izo.
Okay. And you had already given a verification finding.
Kusho ukuthi ke wena ubusulethe ke umbiko ukuthi utholeni.
That is correct.
And
Uqinisekise.
And the procedure is that one analyst report or findings will be examined by another one for the completeness.
Shuthi ke uma esehlolile omunye ozayo ezobukeza ufanele azobukeza lokho okutholwe yilo osehlolile kanjalo.
The other one does not do re-examination. He just do verification.
Lo ozayo kamuva ezobukeza akazi uzokwenza umsebenzi wokuhlola uza azoqinisekisa kuphela.
Yes, so the other way, what I mean is that after the first analyst has completed the findings, then the second one will just do the verification. It's only 2 people that will be involved.
Usho ukuthi oqala uyahlola wesibili uzobukeza usho ukuthi kuyogcina kuabantu ababili kuphela abakhona la.
The procedure allows an additional person or additional people to be involved.
Ukuthi inqubo iyavumela ukuthi kungaba nabanye abantu abaneseselwayo ukuthi bazobukeza.
Under what circumstances does the procedure allows that? Because you have done your verification, but above your verification, other experts were also asked to come and verify because there was a doubt between your report and the report from Mangena.
Laba abanye ke balethwa ngaziphi izizathu ngoba emva kokuthi wena ubukeze kwalethwa nabanye ukuthi bazobukeza.
Which are those circumstances?
Iziphi ke izimo ezivumela ukuthi laba abanye balethwe ukuthi bazobukeza.
When the verifier verifies findings and and he reached a different conclusion,
Uma ke obukeza esethola ke ukuthi ebukezeni lomsebenzi wayo obuwenziwa uthole ukuthi yena ufengela esiphethweni esehlukile.
that is different to the conclusion reached by the original examiner.
Kusho ukuthi ethole ke umbiko uthole ukuthi akutholayo akufani nakulo ohlole iqala.
The procedure allows an additional person to be involved.
Kusho ukuthi ke inqubo kuyavumela ukuthi akube nomunye futhi omenywa ukuthi azobukeza.
But in the case of an agreement,
Kodwa kuma ukuthi kuyezwana
the process can stop right there.
kusho ukuthi ke kungama khona lapho umsebenzi.
In this case, because there was an agreement, why the process did not stop there?
Noma kulokhu ke kwakuzwana yini indaba ke kuqhutshekelwe phambili.
I cannot answer this question because
Thank you.
I did the verification alone.
Angikwazi ukuphendula lo mbuzo ngoba mina ukubukeza kwami ngekwenza ngingedwa.
And I signed for that verification.
Ngasayina ke
I don't know if any other person did
anginalwazi lokuthi khona umunye weza ozokwenza.
some work after me or before me. What I know is that I verified Mangena's findings.
Angazi ukuthi ukhona umunye owenza azobukeza naye kodwa mina ngikwaziyo ukuthi ngeza ngazoqinisekisa umphumela kaMangena.
And when I did that, I was alone.
Uma ngenza lokho ngikwenze ngingedwa.
The reason why the additional 2 analysts were asked to do the verification is because you had not reached an agreement and your report was inconclusive because you did not have sufficient individual striation to match with the exhibit.
Okwenze ukuthi kubizwe abanye abantu ukuthi bazohlola ababili futhi ukuthi beningazwananga ngimphumela wena noMangena futhi ke ningayitholanga izimpawu ezilingene ukuletha isiqinisekiso sokuthi imphumela iyafana.
That is incorrect.
Cha lonqiniso le.
Mangena approached me alone
Mangena uze kumina ngingedwa eyedwa
and I did that verification alone.
futhi ke lokubukeza ngikwenze ngingedwa.
So I can only testify about my role alone in that matter.
Lapho ke mina ngingafakaza ngomsebenzi wami ngingedwa.
Thank you, my lord. I have no further questions.
Okay.
My Lord, with your permission, there's one question that I missed. May I be granted an opportunity to open my cross-examination?
Yeah, fine.
Thank you. Lieutenant Colonel, there's one question that I missed. Let us go to Exhibit X13C of the record.
Asiphindele lapha ku-X13C ngakhona umbuzo ongejile.
It is an affidavit, Lieutenant Colonel, by Lieutenant Colonel Mangena.
Lana ke affidavit ka Lieutenant Colonel Mangena.
At paragraph 3 of the affidavit, it states that on Tuesday, the 14th of July 2020, during the performance of his official duties, he opened a seal evidence bag with the following exhibit. I'm going to concentrate in only one exhibit, at 3.1.
Uthi lapha ke esemsebenzini mhla 14 July 2020 wavula isikhwama esivalisisekile kodwa uzobheka nje into eyodwa ikhona lapho.
At 3.1, it details that it was one fired 9mm caliber bullet marked 217267/14, capital letter A2.
Uthi lapha ke ku 3.1 inhlamvu eyodwa ehlobo le 9mm eyayisidutshuliwe eyayibhalwe ukuthi iwu number 217267/14 A2.
Lieutenant Colonel, that exhibit was entered as Exhibit 4 of the record as the bullet found on the kitchen cabinet top on the 27th of October 2014 at 13511 Kutwanong Street, Mzamo Section 4 Storas.
Can you please repeat that a bit quickly?
That exhibit at 3.1 was entered into this court as Exhibit number 4 of the record,
Leko le ntambu ke yalethwa lapha kule nkantolo njengo exhibit 4.
as being the bullet found on the kitchen cabinet top on the 27th of October 2014
Kuthiwa ke ile ntambu yatholakala endaweni yesigameko ngomhla 27 ka October 2014.
at 13511 Kutwanong Street, Mzamo Section 4 Storas.
Kuthiwa yathola endaweni yesi 1351 Zama section A 4 Sloras.
It is the same bullet, Lieutenant Colonel, that was circulated yesterday.
Iyona ke le ntambu le ebihamba hanjiswa lana izolo.
Is it correct, Lieutenant Colonel, just to recap on this aspect, that the bullet that was circulated yesterday had a damage on the nose?
Manje ke kuliqinisweni kule ntambu le ebihamba hanjiswa la izolo khona la ilimelela ekhaleni lakhe.
That is correct.
Yebo kunjani?
When the examiner examines the bullet, does he look at the caliber of the bullet under microscope or under the naked eye? Then he will come to a conclusion that it is a fired 9mm caliber bullet.
Manje ke umhloli ke uyabheke uyathatha le nhlamba efaka ngaphansi kwe microscope abheke ukuthi uhlobo le 9mm noma uvela libheke ngeso nje lakhe abone ukuthi i 9mm edutshuliwe.
The examiner must weigh the bullet
Okusho ukuthi ke umhloli ke ufanele ayikale le nhlamba
to get the mass of the bullet.
ukuthi athole ukuthi isisindo sale nhlamba singakanani.
And he must also use an instrument called vernier caliper
Manje ufanele asebenzise futhi na le ruler elibizwa ukuthi vernier caliper
to measure the diameter of the bullet.
ukuthi ke abone ukuthi diameter le nhlamba kusho ukuthi ke indingilizi yale nhlamba ingakanani.
And he must also study the rifling system used on the bullet.
Manje kufanele ahlole futhi ne rifling system esetshenzisiwe kuleyo nhlamba.
And he must also examine the type or the shape of the bullet.
Manje ufanele abheke ke nesimo sa le bullet ukuthi sinjani. Ukuthi le nhlamba le ime kanjani.
Then after that he will be in a position to determine the caliber.
Emva konke ke lokho kuzokwazi ukuthi asho ukuthi caliber noma ukukhulu bale nhlamba kungakanani.
Is it also correct that he will also assess the condition of the bullet when it was received by him?
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi kufanele ahlole futhi nokuthi isimo sale nhlamba sasinjani ngesikhathi eyamukela.
Naturally he must examine the whole specimen.
Yebo ufanele ahlole yonke into engani ekule leyo nhlamba.
If he notes something, he must note it down.
Uma kukhona akubonayo ufanele abhale phansi.
Where is he going to note it down? If he finds or he notices something or sees something on the bullet, where is he supposed to note that
Manje
down?
uma kukhona ke akubonayo kule iyo nhlamba ukubhala.
There are worksheets that are prescribed that we must use.
Khona ke amashidi esiwasebenzisayo emsebenzini esiwasebenzisayo ukubhala lokho.
So as you examine the bullet, what you see of significance, you note it in that worksheet.
Manje uma siloku sihlola ke inhlamba uma kukhona into ephawulekayo esiyibonayo ibhalwa kulawo mashidi.
It could be damage, it could be pieces of bone, it could be pieces from fiber, clothing fiber.
Kusho ukuthi ke sihlola ke ukuthi isihlola noma yini etholakala kuleyo nhlamba. Mhlawumbe ngenzeka ukuthi ke kuneyincezu zethambo noma ke kukhona nje izinto ezitholakala mhlawumbe empahleni. Konke nje ukutholakala kunamathele kule iyo nhlamba sekubhana.
So the examiner will note the damage on the worksheet, not on the report.
Kusho ukuthi ke lo hlolayo uzobhala la akubonayo ku worksheet kodwa ke embikweni angeke akubhale yini.
On the report, you will only state the caliber.
Lapha ku report hayi into azoyisho nje ukuthi i caliber yaleyo nhlamba ingana.
So he would not state, for instance, at paragraph 3.1, that he received 159mm caliber bullet marked 217267 stroke 14 capsulator A2 with a damage on the nose. He won't state that. on the
Kushuthi
report.
ke la njengoba lapha ku 3.1 ngeke asho ukuthi cha ngithole inhlamvu yehlobo le-9mm elidutshuliwe bese bhala nenombolo yakhona bese yasho ukuthi kukhona umonakalo engubonayo la ekhaleni lakhe.
You only state the damage if it is to an extent where you are rendered unable to determine the caliber.
Ushuthi umonakalo lowo uye ubhalwe uma kuwukuthi ke wenza ukuthi kungasakwazi ukufinyeleleka ekutheni bakwazi ukubona ukuthi ikhalibha yonhlamvu inganani.
So you don't have the case file, Mr. Lieutenant, today for the exhibits.
Awunayo yini la i-case file ya esetshenziswa uKenneth la kulezi lembukiso ekhona la enkantolo.
I came with case file to court, my lord.
Ngize nayo i-case file la
Or you
enkantolo.
came with your own case file, not the one of Lieutenant Mangena.
Uze neyakho uzange neya Lieutenant Colonel Mangena.
It's actually one case file
Cha i-case file eyodwa.
Oh, okay.
where my worksheets, the worksheets that I completed are affixed to the same case file.
Manje ke ama-worksheet la engangiwasebenzisa nawo afakwe kuyona le case file.
Thank you, my lord, for the court's indulgence. I have no further cross-examination. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, what time is it now?
16 minutes to 1, my lord.
What do we do? Because Mr. Nisi is not here.
I've just received a message from Advocate Mnisi to say he is still in the middle of a trial with that witness, my lord. In other words, he's not yet done.
Are you available? Tomorrow?
I'm available, my lord.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's Advocate Nisi who still has to take you under cross-examination. I'm sorry for that because normally it is never done. But because this judge is too soft, he lets advocates get away with murder. Any other judge in this division who handles marathon criminal trials will tell you that you can't take 2 or more cases whilst this case is going ahead. But I'm easy. And this, the JP, by the way, does not countenance. I was with him. He was asking me, when are you finishing this case? When he hears that there's an advocate who's handling another case in a junior court, he'll be very upset. I'm sorry about that. So can you come tomorrow?
I'll come tomorrow, my lord.
Okay. Just one aspect, Mr. Baloi. I heard you say Mangenya says he agreed with Fesser and Foster and all those guys. Agreed. Did they not conduct their own tests?
No, we didn't say that, my lord.
What did you say?
This morning?
No, yesterday.
Yeah. Well, we indicated that Lieutenant Colonel Mangena approached his colleagues
Yeah.
for an opinion.
All right?
In fact, we objected when Mr. Ramusipili said that they verified, and
Yeah,
we said
that's
no.
right.
He elicited their opinion, and they gave him their opinion.
They did not conduct their own
Verification. Now it's
Hello?
yes.
Tests. They did not conduct their own tests, in other words.
Well,
Can you find that out? Because
Yes, well,
if they didn't conduct their own tests, they're not of no use to this court.
they did examine the specimen under microscope, and then gave an opinion and said, look, this is our view. But after microscopically examining the specimen, there's the only way you can give an opinion. But they did not verify in the sense, as the witness said, complete a worksheet. Formally, they just gave an opinion.
They did not do that.
Sorry?
You say they did not do that.
They didn't complete a worksheet, they merely
worksheet.
gave an opinion.
An opinion, right?
Yes,
Unlike this gentleman,
yes.
he has appended a certificate of competence.
Yeah.
Am I correct? It's your
That's-
verification.
That is correct, my lord.
They didn't do that.
No, they didn't do that. No.
Okay, fine. All right. We'll adjourn until tomorrow then.